Hello and welcome back to the Photoshop channel, where we simplify Odoo for you. In today's video, we are exploring Analytic Accounting in Odoo 18. This tool helps you track your company's cost and revenue across various dimensions, like departments, projects, or regions. It gives you a clear view of where your money is going and helps you analyze the profitability of specific activities. Let's jump into Odoo and see how to set it up and use it effectively. First, make sure Analytic Accounting is enabled. Head over to Accounting, Configuration, Settings, and scroll down to the Analytics section. You'll find a checkbox there. Tick it and hit Save. In our case, it's already enabled. Once that's done, you'll notice that under the Configuration menu, 3 new options will appear. Analytic Plans. This is where you define the high-level structure for your Analytic Accounting. Think of it as the categories or groupings, like departments, projects, or regions, that you want to track costs against. Analytic accounts are created under Analytic Plans and represent the specific areas where you track costs and revenues. For example, if your plan is organized by departments, you might create analytic accounts for marketing, research and development, or administration. Next, we have analytic distribution models. These are templates that automate how costs are split between different analytic accounts. If you regularly assign the same distribution, say 40% to marketing and 60% to research and development, you can save the setup as a model, and Odoo will apply it automatically based on conditions like vendor, product, or account. Now that we've enabled the feature and know what these options do, let's go ahead and create our analytic structure. Let's begin by creating an analytic plan called Departments. This plan will group all our departmental expenses so we can track them separately. You'll notice a few other fields here. First up is the parent field. This is useful if you want to build a hierarchy between your analytic plans. For example, you could create a top-level plan like operations and nest departments underneath it. Combined with the subplan Smart button, this makes it easy to manage complex structures with parent-child relationships. Next, we have default applicability. This tells Odoo when this plan should show up. You have 3 choices here: optional, mandatory, and unavailable. Simply hides the plan from view. It won't be selectable in the distribution widget at all. For this demo, we'll go with optional, so we can keep things flexible. You can also pick a color to visually tag the plan, just for clarity. Now let's say we want the department's plan to be mandatory for vendor bills, but optional for everything else. We can do that here on the Applicability tab by adding a domain, select vendor bill as the document type, then set applicability to mandatory. You can even narrow it further using account prefix or product category filters. We won't go that far in this demo, so let's remove this line and just hit save. Next up, let's add some analytic accounts under this plan, one for each department. Click the Analytic Accounts Smart button at the top and click New. Let's create Administrative, Marketing, and Research and Development. When you create each account, you'll see that the department's plan is already selected, because we came in from that Smart button. We can also add a reference for either tracking and customer if it's project-based. Once all accounts are added, hit Save, and we're ready to move on. Now let's see how all of this works in practice by creating a vendor bill. Head over to Vendor Bills and click New. First, choose your vendor. We'll go with ReadyMed. Next, let's add an invoice line, say Design Services, and set the price to $1,000. Now take a look at the Analytic Distribution column. This is where we decide how to split the cost across different departments, using the analytic accounts we created earlier. Let's say 40% of this expense goes to the administrative department, 30% to marketing, and the remaining 30% to research and development. You can fix these percentages however you need. Just make sure the total adds up to 100%. This kind of cost splitting is especially helpful when an expense supports multiple areas of the business. For instance, if you are buying shared office supplies or software tools, allocating the cost across departments gives you a much more accurate picture of how resources are used. Now, instead of repeating this split every time, let's automate it using a distribution model. At the top left, you'll see a new model button. This lets us create an analytic distribution model directly from the invoice or bill. Click New Model and the pop-up will appear. Here we define the conditions that need to be met for this model to apply automatically. In our case, we'll stick with the partner ready-made and the account prefix, which is 600. These fields tell Odoo when to apply this distribution. You could also add more specific conditions like product, product category, or even partner category, but we'll keep it simple for now. Next, in the distribution to apply section, you'll see the split we just made. 40% administrative, 30 marketing, and 30 research and development. This means that anytime a vendor bill matches our defined conditions, Odoo will automatically apply this exact split. Click Save and you are done. Let's test it. If we now add another line for design services, you'll see the analytic distribution is instantly applied based on the model. No need to manually enter it again. This is a real-time saver, especially if you regularly split costs in the same way for certain vendors, products, or accounts. It also helps maintain consistency across your entries and reduces the chance of errors. So now that everything looks good, all we need to do is click Confirm to post the vendor bill. As soon as the bill is confirmed, you'll notice that the analytic distribution field becomes locked. You won't be able to make changes from the bill or sales order anymore. But don't worry, there is still a way to fix or adjust things if needed. Just head over to Accounting, then Journal Items. From here we can apply or update the analytic distribution directly, even after the bill has been posted. Let's narrow things down a bit, filter by the vendor, and also by the account prefix. In our case, we look for prefix 600, which relates to our expense account. Now select the journal item lines you want to update, then click the Analytic Distribution field. The same familiar distribution wizard appears, just like before. You can now split these entries however you need. For example, let's assign the full amount to a project called After Sales Services. From here, you could save the setup as a new distribution model if it's something you'll reuse. But for this one-off update, we'll just click Close and confirm that we want to apply the changes to the two selected records. This is especially useful if something was missed the first time around and you need to fix the analytic reporting without having to cancel or redo the original bill. And that's it for this video. If you found it helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more Odoo tips and tutorials. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.